I never thought my dream vacation to Mexico would turn into a nightmare. My name is Jessica, and this happened when I was 25. I had saved up for years to take a solo trip to Mexico, a country I had always wanted to explore. The vibrant culture, the food, the beaches, it was everything I dreamed of and more. I arrived in Mexico City, where I spent a few days exploring the historic sites and indulging in the local cuisine. Everything was perfect until I decided to take a day trip to a small town known for its beautiful landscapes and local markets. The bus ride there was uneventful, and I spent the morning wandering through the colorful streets, taking photos and chatting with friendly locals. As the afternoon wore on, I noticed a group of men watching me. They were dressed casually, but had a menacing air about them. Trying to shake off my unease, I decided it was time to head back to the bus station. But as I walked, the men started following me. My heart pounded and I quickened my pace. Before I knew it, they had surrounded me. One of them grabbed my arm and hissed, "Come with us quietly and you won't get hurt." Panic surged through me. I had read about the dangers of kidnapping by the cartels, but I never imagined it would happen to me. They shoved me into a van and drove off. I tried to stay calm and think of a way out. As we drove, I overheard them talking about ransom and how much they could get for an American tourist. My mind raced. I needed to find a way to prove my U.S. citizenship and hope it would save me. The van finally stopped at a rundown house in the middle of nowhere. They dragged me inside and tied me to a chair. One of the men, who seemed to be the leader, demanded my passport. I was terrified, but remembered I had my passport and some other important documents hidden in a pouch under my clothes. I told them I needed to use the restroom, hoping to buy some time. Surprisingly, they agreed and untied me, but they kept a close watch. In the bathroom, I fumbled with the pouch and pulled out my passport, trying to stay calm despite my shaking hands. Back in the room, I handed the passport to the leader. He looked at it skeptically and then made a call. I couldn't understand everything he was saying, but it was clear he was confirming my citizenship. Minutes felt like hours as I waited, my fate hanging in the balance. Finally, he hung up and looked at me with a mixture of frustration and resignation. "You're lucky," he said. "The U.S. government pays good money to keep its citizens safe." He ordered the others to untie me and drive me back to the town. The drive back was tense. I was grateful to be alive, but I knew I wasn't safe yet. They dropped me off at the outskirts of the town and warned me not to say anything to the authorities, or they would find me. I ran to the nearest public place, shaking with fear and relief. I immediately contacted the U.S. Embassy, who arranged for my safe return to Mexico City, and then back to the United States. The experience left me shaken, but I was thankful to be alive and free. Back home, I shared my story with friends and family, urging them to be cautious while traveling. This experience taught me the importance of being prepared and aware of the risks, even in the most beautiful places. So, if you ever find yourself in a dangerous situation abroad, remember to stay calm, prove your citizenship if you can, and always have a plan for contacting your embassy. Sometimes it's those precautions that can save your life.